Right, we're moving on to a film which I haven't seen. I'm not sure whether any of you other guys have seen, called None 2, None But the Brave. I think, Andy, this is over to you to intro the clip.
So when Mark Kermode reviews horror movies, he often talks about them being quiet, 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 bang. This is quiet, 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 none. Here's a clip.
What are we doing here? Playing a game. It's called Defy the Devil. Whatever you do, whatever you hear, don't look away.
Okay, so the Nun 2, we're in France, we're in the mid-50s, we're in a monastery that is about to be turned into a boarding school. The nun from the first movie that was set in Romania is moving west, looking for a particular object that this demonic nun needs to have ultimate power. And it's in this monastery that's now been turned into a school. So she starts searching the place. Basically, the demonic nun is searching this old monastery, looking for a particular object that's going to give her an awful lot of power. And the way she finds it is that there is a particular room that's got a stained glass window in it, and it reminded me of Raiders of the Lost Ark. When the sun shines through the stained glass window, right through the goat's eye, who's in the middle of the... Why you put a goat in the middle of a stained glass window? Right through the goat's eye in the middle of a stained glass window, a beam appears, and it points you on the floor to the hidden chamber where this particular object needs, that this ghost needs. Yes, exactly. It's not scary. It's not frightening. It's quiet, quiet, bang, quiet, quiet, bang. There were no real jumps. I wasn't scared. I wasn't unnerved. I was fairly entertained by a horror film that wasn't horrifying. Some good performances, but on the whole, again, a sequel that nobody was crying out for, and when we could have done without. But there you go. They've decided to make it, and it's in the world of The Conjuring. So I should say to people, if you are going to see The Nun 2, and please don't get into the bad habit, of going to see these films. Habit, nun, swear a habit. Anyway,
yeah, go ahead. We're with you.
It's terrible. You've got to explain your own jokes. There is a mid-credit scene.
We're with you in demonic spirit. Yes.
There is a mid-credit scene which actually links it with the other Conjuring films, and would appear to indicate that there's going to be a Nun 3. Personally, I would like there to be a Nun, but there is going to be a Nun 3 looking at that. Okay, so there we go.
These Conjuring films are going to drop the ball at some point.
They are. I mean, somebody cracked a joke about it being a wimpolsicle. Again, referring to nuns' dresses, but it's fine. It's one of these days a horror film's going to come along that's really going to scare us. That's really going to make us jump. I haven't had that experience really with a horror film since Mother. I don't know how many of you saw Mother, but I sat in the cinema watching that. And that was the last time I remember sitting in the cinema, sweating, looking at the screen through my open hands, grabbing hold of my seat. That film still has an effect on me to this day. So I'm just longing for a horror film to come along and really do the business. This one doesn't.
Well,
but it passes sometimes.
Maybe it'll be the new Exorcist film that comes out next month.
Well, you never know. As Mark said last night, it might be quite good.
Yeah, it might be, yes. We should explain we went to the Mark Kermode event at the BFI last night, and they showed the 50th anniversary of The Exorcist, which, to my shame, as a cinephile, I have never seen before. So I saw it on the big screen, and it was quietly disturbing, but entertaining, yeah.
I mean, I thought Mark Kermode, who introduced it, speaking only for 20 minutes, was very restrained.
Well, I'm glad he was.
I sent him a text today congratulating him on being so restrained. But I'm desperate for a horror film to come along that's really going to give me the chills and really going to upset me and really going to, maybe go, oh, The Nun 2 doesn't do that. It's a continuation of the story. There's going to be a third one. Take it or leave it. It's up to you.
Okay. Score, Andy, just on your score? 5 out of 10.
Average. Yeah.
Pretty average. So just based on Andy's opinion, that makes Nun 2 none but a...